Welcome back to another video. It's July 5th, 2026, and it's awesome that you're back on the Fluster Zero channel. If you like what I do, give it a like and subscribe. We're just going to hop right into it. And at the end of the video, I actually have some good news for trans people living in California, so that's cool, right? We're going to start off with this tweet, though, again, from Matt Walsh last year. Scary times. And it stuck with me. Transgenderism is a death cult, the largest, most well-funded, blah, 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 right? It kind of plays into the video and what I want to cover today, because on the 4th of July, we had a group called the Patriot Front go to Washington, D.C., and so I did go to a Pride festival, Pride parade kind of thing. Not parade. It was just on a little block. It was like not in the best, like most accepting area kind of thing. And so there was a group of masked people across the road. And literally as I parked my car and was walking up, I was like 2 blocks away. And this group, I see them marching over, and they start chanting, "Reclaim America." And then everyone else says, "Reclaim America." And I was saying, "Bring back America," because like it was so unmemorable that I couldn't even remember exactly what they were saying. I think it was a really funny situation because I walked by them with like this absolutely gorgeous girl that I met online, and then like I ran into them, and then I was like, "Hey, so that's cool." And like so we all walked by, we went to her house, like leaving the Pride thing, and then like we went back and whatever. But like we just walking by these people, you could tell that they were like getting mogged on. They were literally getting mogged on. So like here's a group, this is what they look like, and they have their faces covered. They have, what this group specifically is, right, is a white supremacist and neo-fascist hate group. So like this is like, the America that we live in. Now, are trans people the most well-funded terrorist group, or like these people? Because I've never actually seen a bunch of trans women walking down a street with swamp ass before, but I have seen these guys in multiple videos. Anyway, it's just interesting times because like this is going to end up in a history book. I do actually think this image is going to end up in the history books whenever we're all said and done with everything. This girl's just chilling, and like I guarantee like she knows somebody that's harder than the hardest person on there. She's just like like what? So like she's not, I mean, she's like, you can tell that she's a little uncomfortable. She's like these these people. Anyway, I wanted to play this clip from not clavicular, God, androgenic, forget clavicular. Here's the thing, androgenic's interesting, and I was going to do an entire video on him, but I saw this clip, and I was like, that's what like stirred this interest in the, like wanting to make like more content with him and like cover him kind of thing, but I'm having a hard time like processing what all is actually even going on in that guy's head, so like, I do like this message though, and I think it's a powerful message. And this is what I'm saying, like when these guys are on the bus and they're all just like looking away from the girl kind of thing, and how like when I went to this parade, how they were like, engaging with but they weren't engaging directly like with me or the other girls. Like I guarantee they were like salty. But anyway.
If you are walking around and you see a transgender person or a gay person or a woman not wearing many clothes or a guy that's trying to show off, and you feel any kind of resentment or negative emotion towards them, you just got fucking mobbed. You understand? You let them perturb your mental state. You let them enter your brain and ruin your day. You got fucking mobbed. You need to learn better emotional regulation.
I think that's such a powerful message and so well spoken, but I think like the way that it's delivered, it's not delivered by someone in the trans community. It's not delivered in someone just like a normal 9-to-5er. It's a Looksmaxxer type, right? So I feel like that takeaway should be a little bit more impactful within the community. I feel like trans women should feel pretty good about that one, right? So the next thing I want to cover isn't exactly, this is more me being irritated with things. So this was last year, 2025, 4 a.m., 4th of July. And so if you know anything about the air quality index, it has been kind of insane. And airnow.gov is a bit flaky on if it works or not, but it's a good way to cover like, if the air quality is actually going to be okay or not. So 4 a.m., 4th of July, 11 p.m., 4th of July. This was last year, by the way, again. And we were dealing with constant wildfires and everything. So yeah, this should say 11:59 p.m. or like 12 a.m. July 5th, right? But I think the smoke was messing with my head. I'm sensitive to this type of stuff. It usually indicates that you have an underlying health condition if you're sensitive to this larger amount of air. I actually quit smoking cigarettes years ago because of like the Canadian wildfires mixed with like my sister's heart stuff, mixed with like XYZ. And I'm so glad that I did. Just like the impact it has with hormones and everything. It's good to be like away from it. But anyway, we have this going on. But then this is July 4th, 2026. And I have to say, the air quality this year has been absolutely so much better than where it was for the past few years, right? Um, but like, as you can see, it's freaking 10 p.m., July 4th, 2026. So then from here, this is 7 a.m., July 5th. It's not bad. It's not bad compared, but like at the same time, like this is what it looks like out the window. This isn't fog or anything. This is just like the smoke from everything. I'm nauseous, my nose is irritated. I injured my nose recently, so like the smoke causes irritation. And I just want to like point out like I'm looking like this direction out the window, like perfect this direction. And so like I'm trying to make sense of it because we're in a time where like there's droughts in America where like we aren't completely on fire, right? We're not like dealing with like this overwhelming amount like plumes of smoke and like New York being like, "Oh, hey, we have like some of the worst air quality in the world right now." And we're not at that point. So like why test it? We live in like the digital age where like we have all the AI, we have the data centers. Why do we have to have fireworks too? Do you know how cool like the drone shows, by the way, in like China are? Like we have drone shows here. They're they're not even comparable. Like the Chinese, the Japanese air shows, they're so freaking cool. Um, but yeah, it's just like, can we maybe just have like one or the other? Like, do we have to destroy the environment in every single way that we can? I feel like that's like double dipping. That's like if you're taking like speed and like another amphetamine or whatever. It's like, why would you're gonna die? Like, so that's just how I'm looking at that. I mean, just take away what you will from that. I know people like their fireworks. I know there's no explaining to the average person. I was trying to do like Omegle clips last night on Omegle, and freaking people were just like, I don't know, they seem totally like in a different world than what I'm in. So that, which is fine. I don't think everybody needs to know everything about trans people. I don't think everybody needs to like be involved with everything in the world all the time. It gets taxing. It gets stressful. Um, but I did want to finish with like this, that in California, there's millions been approved for transgender healthcare. Yay! It's kind of like bare minimum, but like yay. And so million sounds like a lot, but then you look at the reflecting pool that we put 15 million into. We look at like, I literally just watched the 4th of July video that I did because like the way that like trans care could have been covered in the United States instead of doing this pointless war that we went into, um, it just seems like we chose destruction. We wanted to like blow up little girls' schools instead of taking care of our own. So it's just really hard to watch like the American kind of like patriot, like, oh yeah, our country and everything, and we're all together. We're the American freedom. Like I watched a Trump speech last night, and I'm like, how many times is he gonna say transgender for everyone and whatever, and like have people in like the audience laughing and stuff. And so from what I listened to, I didn't hear it. I kind of gave up on it. I fell asleep. So it's like, fine. So, but like, I don't think it was mentioned. I did a search on Google and it says that he didn't mention it, but I don't really know. It also says that like leading up to that speech, like a week prior, like he was still bringing up transgender for everyone and all this. Like, so anyway, take with it what you will. It's interesting times that we live in. I think like we should protect the planet a little bit better, but that's just my take. I mean, I just maybe don't like burn everything down. But anyway, till the next one.